Now you mentioned also the kind of sailing the rivers and stuff. I believe when you go to Paris, you kind of you go further in as well, don't you?
Yeah, that again, when we try and look at our itineraries, we try and say, well, okay, what's unique about Fred Olsen? What's special? We know more and more people are interested in doing river cruising. It is a wonderful experience to not just sail the seas, but actually to go all the way along the river, and you can see people waving as you kind of go along, go past. It's a great experience. And so yeah, we can go all the way up to Rouen, which a lot of ships can't, so that's special for Fred Olsen. And then from Rouen we can do tours into Paris. And we've done different things. We're going to Bordeaux, and we've also trying to do German waterways, obviously going into Hamburg. We can do that. We're adding more and more canal experiences and river experiences with Antwerp and Amsterdam. And it's just trying, to play on this huge demand there is on rivers at the moment, and say, well, actually, again, you don't have to fly and pick up a kind of river cruise ship. You can actually sail from the UK, and then actually we'll take the ships, along these rivers, and you can have that kind of experience, but, taking a ship from the UK. So they're proving very, very popular. The French river cruise we had in 2014, I think it's all sold out now, and sold out in about a few weeks. So it's one of these things that everyone seems to want to do.
Well, you seem to be a company that does listen very closely to what your customer, what your cruisers, what your guests wants. And I know one of the other things that's been fed back recently that you're now bringing in as well is staying longer in ports, doing more overnights, and kind of being more port immersive in that sense as well.
Yeah, we do. I mean, we do try and listen to customers as much as we can, whether we're on the ships. We do run focus groups. We get a lot of letters that come back that I read and kind of see what people want. And again, it's a difference for us. We're not the kind of organisation that wants to tip you upside down and empty your pockets with kind of cash and keep you on the ship as long as we can. We actually think the destination is really, really important. We it's written on the back of my business card to help people discover the world. That's why we kind of exist as a company. So if we can take people to a destination and actually spend an evening there, an overnight, 2 days, I think that's really important. So people can really, as you say, destination immersion, really get under the skin of a destination, discover it. I think more and more people want more authentic experience now. They don't just want to be there from 9 till 5 and back on the ship. So we're trying to do more and more of that. I was in Scandinavia recently and did an overnight in Stockholm.
Oh, fantastic.
Wow, just seeing the old town at night is
Stan,
just a totally different experience during the day.
Yeah.
And we did this crazy kind of ghost walk experience with this kind of mad kind of guide dressed up, in this kind of top hat and lamp and everything else. And you kind of go through, and he talks about some of the tragic kind of history in Stockholm and where people have died and ghosts and different things there. It's an amazing, amazing experience. And that's just one example of where actually a lot of destinations, they come alive as the sun sets, or you want to eat in the Mediterranean a little bit later as they do, or you say you want to see a city at night. I guess one great example, a cruise we're calling late nights and overnights, I think, or bright lights and overnights, which is really a city break experience. So it's got 3 cities in about a 9-day cruise, and you're getting to do great cities that are beautiful in the day but come alive at night. So Amsterdam, Hamburg, Paris.
Okay.
I mean, to actually see the whole kind of neon light experience, to be wandering around, kind of what's there. There's a real kind of excitement about those places that you just won't get from a 9 till 5 kind of experience during the day. So yeah, you'll see more and more of that with Fred Olsen. If you look at our itineraries, I think you'll find, again, they are unique. We're not the kind of company that will do the kind of, the bus route kind of thing, where we're kind of going around the same kind of destinations.
6 ports in a week, and you do that for 4 months.
Yeah,
with no change.
Everyone is unique itinerary, and again, we have a lot of fun doing that and trying to put together what's right for the customer, what's exciting and what's new and what's exotic. And yeah, it's not just destinations. More and more people seem to want the exotic now. It's no longer a suntan people want. They want actually to come back with a story to tell their friends, and hopefully we can help provide that.
And also they want to get a chance to see and have an authentic experience. I think you mentioned this before. They want a chance to get to meet real people. They don't just want to necessarily tread the tourist trail. Sometimes people, they want a chance to go and actually feel of what it is to be local in that area. And being there at night does that, you know. Plus the crew are going to be happy with you as well. A happy ship makes happy guests. If they get a chance to get off at night as well, I'm sure they'll be happy.
Absolutely. I hope people try dinners in places. I know it's, you know, you kind of think, oh, I need to be back to the ship to dine or whatever else. But actually, you know, for one night, forget about it. Go and try some local cuisine. And,
it's the best thing about travelling is trying the local food. Yeah.
You know, if you're in Scandinavia, try some of those, you know, seafood dishes and things, or
Swedish meatballs in Stockholm.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Or crumble cake. Did you try the crumble cake?
I haven't tried crumble cake.
Oh, Swedish crumble cake is great. Yeah, it's amazing. And the first time I went to Sweden, I just sat in the main square for a couple of hours, just looking at beautiful people walking past, thinking, you know, this is where they all taken. The Vikings took them all.
Yeah, that's always the downside of going to Scandinavia, isn't it? It's kind of like,
amazing place, really beautiful.